Greetings, Dub Nation. Fire up that notification bell and give this video a thumbs up right now to stay locked into every twist and turn at Warriors News Fan Report. Tonight, we're peering into swirling whispers from the NBA Grapevine that could send shockwaves through the Bay Area. Could the Golden State Warriors be gearing up to add a new front-court titan? Someone who's quietly become one of the league's most reliable double-double machines? I'm speaking of a 7-footer whose touch around the rim and mid-range game have kept opponents on their heels, yet whose best basketball might still be ahead of him. Stay with me, because I'm only just warming up, and I promise this revelation will change how you view the Warriors' championship prospects. Let's rewind to the United Center in Chicago, where our sources say front office scouts and basketball executives gathered not just to evaluate draft hopefuls, but to weigh trade scenarios that would alter the balance of power. As talks unfolded behind closed doors, one name kept emerging as a perfect marriage of skill set and system fit for Golden State. A seasoned big man who's averaged over 17 points and 10 rebounds per game in each of the past 4 seasons, and whose ability to stretch the floor with dependable 35+% three-point shooting makes him a coveted asset. Yes, whispers of Nikola Vucevic donning royal blue and gold have transitioned from rumor mill fodder to full-blown speculation. Imagine the possibilities. Picture Stephen Curry sending a dagger from the logo, drawing the opposing big out to the arc, and then witnessing Vucevic catch and shoot in rhythm, or back down smaller defenders in the post, converting with soft touch or powering through contact for an easy bucket. Envision Draymond Green orchestrating defensive coverages knowing there's an extra layer of rim protection inside, or Klay Thompson spacing the floor with his catch-and-shoot prowess while Vucevic patrols the glass and flips possessions with second-chance opportunities. It's a tantalizing vision, one that would transform the Warriors' front court from a perimeter-heavy attack to a balanced juggernaut capable of grinding inside out. But before you start picturing championship banners, yet to be hung, let's parse the context. Chicago's organization has been shuffling its roster this offseason, determined to find the missing pieces around its up-and-coming backcourt. Vucevic, with his expiring contract and hefty $25 million salary, represents both a potential cap-clearing move and a chance to retool with draft assets or promising young talent. The Bulls brass, according to league insiders, is quietly gauging interest from contenders ready to offer pick swaps, second-rounders, or package players hungry for a larger role. On the flip side, Golden State's executives have made no secret of their desire to fortify the interior, a vulnerability exposed during playoff runs when size and physicality dictated rebounding margins and paint dominance. Word is that the front office is willing to part with a combination of mid-first-round draft equity and bench pieces. Could the Warriors dangle a protected 2026 first, along with a promising rotational wing and a veteran salary filler, to entice Chicago? Those conversations are just getting started, but the urgency is palpable. With the luxury tax threshold already looming, the Warriors face a narrow window to act before Summer League transforms into training camp. And let's talk fit. Vucevic's brand of pick-and-pop offense dovetails seamlessly with Steve Kerr's motion system. Rather than serving as a traditional back-to-the-basket bruiser, he offers versatility. Defenses must respect his three-point stroke, then defend his crafty post moves and offensive rebounds. Could this multifaceted approach unlock fresh spacing for Curry and Thompson, or will it require a recalibration of their proven synergy? Kerr's track record suggests an ability to integrate high-usage stars, but the dance of touches and flow is delicate. One misplaced possession or an ill-timed double team could ripple through the rotation. Now, consider the financial tightrope. To bring in Vucevic, Golden State would likely need to absorb his salary via a sign-and-trade, using matching contracts such as a veteran forward on an expiring deal. Perhaps they'd engage in buyout negotiations with fringe rotation players, or deploy the rarely used stretch provision to spread cap hits over multiple years. Each maneuver risks eroding depth or sacrificing veteran presence, elements that have defined the Warriors' locker room culture. Yet, as whispers turn to heated chatter, many believe the reward outweighs the risk. Adding a proven double-double threat could be the missing ingredient for reclaiming dominance in the Western Conference. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Chicago insiders have insisted publicly they aren't shopping their veteran star, and the Bulls may demand a blockbuster package that even a deep-pocketed Warriors front office hesitates to assemble. Fans on social media are already dissecting potential scenarios, debating which young piece could sway the balance. On Reddit, one camp argues that Brandon Podziemski's lockdown defense and draft night upside make him irresistible, while others point to a veteran wing like Otto Porter Jr. as the sweetener Chicago needs. As these theories ricochet around cyberspace, the true chess match is unfolding in quiet meetings at Chase Center and daily calls with NBA agents. Let's not ignore the human element. Vucevic is known not only for his reliable play but also for his professionalism and ease in the locker room. Multiple coaches have praised his team-first attitude, a trait that aligns nicely with the Warriors' culture of unselfish basketball. Could he thrive alongside Curry, Thompson, and Green, embracing a role that leverages his strengths without overshadowing the established hierarchy? Or might there be tension as he adjusts from a starring role to a complementary piece in one of basketball's most storied lineups? These questions fuel the intrigue as the specter of mid-season integration looms. Meanwhile, the ripple effect across the league would be seismic. A Warriors front court featuring Vucevic would force contenders like the Lakers and Suns to rethink their own roster construction. Would LA pivot to pursue additional perimeter threats or double down on interior upgrades? Could Phoenix counter with another splashy addition to balance their dynamic backcourt? The dominoes would fall swiftly, with every team in the West recalibrating strategies and trade targets amid a rapidly shifting landscape. Back here in Dub Nation, the anticipation is electric. Fan art of Vucevic in royal blue and gold floods Instagram, while Twitter polls gauge whether a trade could be consummated before training camp. Podcasts dedicate entire episodes to dissecting draft pick equity and salary cap mechanics, and local sports bars buzz with animated debates over playstyle adjustments and championship odds. It's the kind of fervor reserved for true franchise-altering moments, a blend of hope, skepticism, and unbridled excitement. All of this unfolds against a backdrop of championship pedigree. The Warriors have hoisted 3 trophies in the past decade by blending sharpshooting brilliance with strategic interior muscle. The question now is whether this proposed union with Vucevic can reignite that championship spark, or if it will introduce too many variables into an already intricate system. Can Kerr's blueprint evolve without losing the essence of what makes this team special? Will the front office's bold gamble pay off, or will it leave fans longing for the roster harmony that once felt invincible? Hold tight, because this is only the opening chapter in what promises to be one of the most compelling sagas of the offseason. In the next segment, we'll break down the specific trade proposals on the table, the precise cap sheet gymnastics required, and the potential championship scenarios that hinge on this move. Until then, Warriors Nation, let your voices be heard in the comments. Do you believe Golden State can pull off the Nikola Vucevic blockbuster? Or is this a bridge too far? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss a single update from Warriors News Fan Report. Now, let's dive into the blueprint for how Golden State could engineer the Nikola Vucevic blockbuster and what it means for our championship trajectory. First, let's sketch out the most realistic trade framework. Sources close to both front offices suggest the Bulls' asking price includes a protected first-round pick in 2026, plus a young rotational piece and salary-matching contracts. Golden State could sweeten the deal by offering Brandon Podziemski, our rookie sharpshooter whose floor spacing is already valuable, alongside a second-round pick swap and a veteran contract like Otto Porter Jr.'s expiring deal. In this scenario, the Bulls clear cap space, gain draft flexibility, and receive a promising talent, while the Warriors secure a proven 17-10 machine. It's a delicate balancing act. You have to give enough to get back true value without mortgaging the future. Next, let's examine the salary cap chess moves. To absorb Vucevic's roughly $25 million salary, Golden State would likely execute a sign and trade. They sign him to the maximum extension and immediately trade matching salary in the form of expiring contracts and mid-level exceptions. Meanwhile, fringe rotation players on non-guaranteed deals could agree to buyouts, freeing additional room. They could even deploy the stretch provision on one remaining year of a veteran's contract, spreading the cap hit over multiple seasons. Each step has risks. Losing veteran leadership or depth, but the front office knows this is the sort of calculation that can vault a team from contender to champion. On the court, role clarity will be paramount. Steve Kerr's system relies on seamless ball movement, timed off-ball cuts, and spacing that punishes any defensive lapse. Vucevic's pick-and-pop prowess aligns perfectly. Imagine Curry drawing multiple defenders into the paint, then whipping a kickout to Vucevic stationed behind the arc for a smooth catch-and-shoot three. Or envision him setting a high screen, rolling into the lane and hitting an outlet pass for an easy layup. Defensively, his veteran savvy and 7-foot frame create an extra deterrent at the rim, allowing Draymond Green to roam as the defensive quarterback and Klay Thompson to apply pressure on perimeter ball handlers. Golden State's two-way identity could be elevated by adding Vucevic's versatility. Of course, there will be growing pains. The Warriors' core has tremendous chemistry built over years of shared triumphs and the rarefied air of dynastic success. Introducing a new centerpiece mid-season risks disrupting the rhythm. Timing on cuts, spacing on the break, and the unspoken cues that drive Golden State's offense. Even slight misalignments in where players expect each other to be can lead to turnovers or inefficient shots. But if anyone can thread this needle, it's Coach Kerr, whose championship resume as both player and coach is a testament to his ability to integrate talent while preserving the culture that makes this team special. Beyond the X's and O's, let's consider the league-wide repercussions. A Warriors roster featuring Curry, Thompson, Green, and Vucevic instantly becomes the most imposing lineup in the West, perhaps the entire NBA. Opposing teams would need to remap their defensive strategies, deciding whether to hedge on pick-and-rolls or concede shooting to contest Vucevic's high-arcing three. For squads like the Suns or Lakers, the urgency to respond would be immediate. Expect them to explore their own blockbuster options or double down on internal development. Meanwhile, middle-tier playoff hopefuls might pivot to adding complementary pieces, wing defenders or secondary playmakers, to keep pace with the new juggernaut in the Bay. Fan reaction has been electric. In Oakland-area sports bars, you can hear passionate debates. "He's exactly what we need to clean the glass," one fan argues, while another counters, "But can we still run our motion offense with him clogging the lane?" Social media. Graphics show mock Vucevic jerseys beside Curry's iconic number 30, and Reddit threads speculate about who should be included in the deal. ESPN analysts weigh in nightly, with some calling it a no-brainer upgrade, and others warning of possible team chemistry fallout. The buzz is undeniable, and that collective energy could carry the Warriors through any early hiccups as they integrate their new center. Now, let's talk legacy. The Warriors have built one of the modern era's greatest dynasties by blending revolutionary shooting with smart, selfless defense. By adding Vucevic, they'd be making a statement that even at the pinnacle of success, they're willing to evolve, to chase excellence without fear. It would signal to the entire NBA that Golden State refuses to rest on past laurels, instead opting to chase the next trophy with strategic boldness. Yet, if the deal falls through, if Chicago's demands prove insurmountable or the front office balks. The Warriors will return to their core strengths: Curry's deep balls, Thompson's off-ball cuts, Green's defensive orchestration, and a group of role players ready to exploit every inch of spacing. That identity has delivered 3 championships in 4 years. It's a formula that works. So the question becomes not only whether they can land Vucevic, but whether the team is willing to trade a known quantity for a potential game changer, risking the established harmony for a new superstar dynamic. On the other side of the ledger, consider Vucevic's perspective. He's proven he can produce in various systems, but joining a championship-caliber team mid-season would demand rapid adjustment, both mentally and physically. He'd need to embrace a role that might reduce his shot attempts but amplify his impact in other ways, setting the tone defensively, crashing the glass, and hitting high-leverage threes. Players of his caliber often rise to such challenges, but it underscores the human element in any trade. The need for fit, not just on court, but within a locker room culture built on mutual trust and shared championship goals. As we look ahead, the next few weeks will be crucial. NBA rumor season is in full swing, and every passing day brings new whispers, some credible, others pure speculation. Warriors News Fan Report will be tracking every development, every leak, and every front office signal. We'll break down any official statements, analyze potential lineups, and keep you grounded in the facts, even as we let our imaginations soar with what could be. But here's the ultimate question for Dub Nation. Do you believe Golden State can pull off this Nikola Vucevic blockbuster without sacrificing the chemistry that defines this squad? Or is it wiser to maintain the core, trust in established roles, and chase another title with the proven formula? Personally, I'm torn. I love the idea of adding that interior muscle and floor spacing, but I also cherish the fluid synergy that has become a Warriors' hallmark. The debate is what makes this journey so thrilling. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and tap the bell icon so you're first in line for every breaking rumor and in-depth analysis. Until next time, stay golden!